What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon for more of you, probably. Yeah, we have a late start today. It's 9 a.m. on the West Coast, noon on the East Coast, and somewhere in between. And yeah, even probably later in the afternoon and evening in some of those wonderful countries that you also are watching from. Folks, how the hell is everybody doing? Look, I actually sort of regret this starting later, not because of any other reason other than it's not better. It's not better. Is it better for anybody? Because I did not enjoy my morning. You know, there is obviously a cost to my life for no financial gain. Oh my God, to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. But in the end, you know what my house is like at 4:30 in the morning? It's quiet, folks. There's nobody bothering me. I can kind of look through my stuff. I can mosey in here and get started around 6:05, sometimes 6:10. And I think that silence is needed because who wants to start a show irritated at their family? Oh man. Guys, look, if you've been following me on Twitter, you realize that I'm having a mental breakdown. If you've been tracking my progress on Twitter, you would probably not call it progress. You would probably call, oh, is he okay? It's Cooper. It's funny, maybe, but really, is he okay? I don't know. Am I okay, folks? I have no idea if I am or if I'm not. You know what I mean? I am certainly having fun, and I think that is needed. This has started to weigh on me a bit. The bear market has been going on for, at least a year now. I've been trying to stay buoyant throughout it, trying to stay informed, but it's just bleak a lot. It's just always sort of bleak news. It's always like uncertainty. I've talked about uncertainty. That's a word that has come up a lot, and the uncertainty of the markets. And, I think that that's partly what fueled this meme season, this meme coin season, because people are sick of not having fun. And so Pepe did infuse a lot of energy, but then at some point it tilts over to absolute ridiculousness. And it's like so oversaturated in all these stupid coins that all really have nothing to do with anything other than, do you believe in the team? You know what I mean? Do you believe in the hype, really, is what you wonder. And, it's a game of musical chairs, a bunch of legacy dudes, a bunch of boomers will compare meme coins to musical chairs. And frankly, they're pretty much right. You don't want to be the last one. When the music stops, end up with your pants down. Oh, man. Is that how musical chairs work for you guys? The person that ended up not having a chair had to take their pants off. That's not the way that works, folks. All I'm saying is that I've been having some fun messing around with the KubeCoin dev and KubeCoin, and like most things in crypto, a joke will take on a life of itself. It starts to take on a life, and now I'm inundated in work. So how are the Cooper Troopers doing? And would any of you help me distribute these? Because I'm literally after this going to sit in front of my computer for probably an hour straight, just sending transactions one by one with my damn ledger. But it is important to what I have planned. I guess I have a plan now. And I really want as many people, individuals, unique owners, unlike WorldCoin, I'm not going to be scanning your irises, but the KubeCoin dev did make it clear that he is incorporating AI into your phone so it can watch all your things. So don't worry, it's going to be fine. You can trust me. The point is that if any of the troop is out there and willing to help me out, I would love that. First thing I see, Coop must be hungover starting this late. Oh boy. Noon show. What's up, Chris? I know, right? Oh, way later. That's way later. Yep, there we go. What's up, Wilder? Good morning, Anthony. Sometimes people know things. Chicken tender. Good morning, Blade. What's up? Good afternoon, Maximus. I like the morning show better. Does anybody prefer the afternoon show out of curiosity? Because I don't think I do. Good morning, IRL. Floral, good morning. Good morning, afternoon, Scotty. Even at 9 a.m., his local time, Coop can't make it on time. It was actually harder this morning, to be honest. Well, actually, I'm not that late. At least it's only 9:10, and I've been talking for a bit. Fashionably late. Coop's a California diva. There we go. I'm glad I got my Coop coin. It changed your life. I appreciate that. What's up, Mr. Joker? Pablo, what's up? I can now retire and live on a beach. That's right. You guys are ready for your financial freedom. The ReCoop coin is the complete opposite of the Coop coin. They lose everything and live on the streets. So, Jesus. Wouldn't be the first time, and still better than the Mexican prisons, or so I hear. Amazing. I could tell you a story about Mexico, a real Coop story. I enjoy my morning better when it starts with CNBC with the Coop. Our favorite site. Love you guys. All right. Next block has a show at 1 p.m. Eastern today. My show's at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. What are you trying to do to us, Mr. Daniels? 9 a.m. Eastern was awesome. So I think what IRL is pointing out that with no intention behind it, that I would be doing a show before both the next block and IRL, which could possibly saturate the market. And you guys would all obviously come to the ReCoop and be like, oh man, I love IRL, but I just feel full. I want to go enjoy my day with a little more pep in my step. Fair enough. Bar Therapy Magazine, what's up? Coop is a reality. That's right, Blade. I love the honesty here. It's okay. We're all having mental breakdowns. Thank you, Lassie. I needed that. Shaggy Bigfoot, we're here for you. Can't share my NFT address for Coop with you because I'm private. Is opting into the asset enough? No, it's definitely not. Homosexual werewolf one. Hey, man. Whatever. That's a good handle. Dennis, Bad Taxi. Honestly, I just took a 3-month break from socials, but glad to be back. Glad to have you back, Bad Taxi. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot of smart people did that. Took some time off from this because, look, we're all in this pit together, trying to stay informed, and it's bleak, and it's again that damn word. It's been haunting me. Uncertainty, because it's just like I think at my core I crave certainty, and that probably links to my childhood. Are we going to do it? Are we doing it? Is this going to be therapy? Crypto spends 80% of the time in a bear market accumulating time, and only 20% of the time in parabolic time. Let's be strong during the accumulating time. It's not 2030 yet. I'll go to the moon. I love it. 100 Lassie, and makes it perfectly normal, right? We all have no idea what we're doing. LOL, laugh instead of cry with us. That's it. I'll help distribute. Maximus is in. Thank you. Yes, exactly. I'll help distribute. If you have a list, awesome, Mr. Joker. Thank you. Pablo, thank you. Absolutely. Is Coop deflationary? Are we going to be a billionaire by 2030? Tell us the truth. Well, we saw over the weekend Coop reach up to, I think it was 40-something thousand a coin. The liquidity was something to be desired. I'm not going to lie. I can't lead you guys down the wrong road, but I think the 40,000 a Coop coin is fun. All right, Mort, good morning. Fisherman, good morning. I'm in a meeting, so not listening, but I like looking anyways. That's right. See, he just puts this on silent, like many of you should. That was a burn on me. All right, Wilder, or was it a comment on how handsome I think I am? I think it was more of a burn. All right, add Coop coin to the Algo Leagues bot, then I can make it rain. Oh. All right. The only problem with making it rain, Wilder, is that I am looking to keep it to non-holders. Is there a way to make it rain on people that have opted in but only have a zero balance? I'm not good. Algo Leagues, what's up? Maximus, evil tools are pretty easy to use to help distribute tokens if you know the addresses you want to distribute to. All right, evil tools. Isn't that brought to you by my poor girl, poor Thirstover? She's like, oh, this is funny. I like it. And then I'm just putting her on the spot over and over. Ah, she's fun. We can helpfully all right, Algo Leagues, I'm going to definitely I want your help. I want your guys' help. Afternoon show might have updated news for you to share. And that's what I'm wondering. That's another thing that I was wondering, because I do, part of the thing that I have noticed is that a lot of the bigger news that I've noticed in the past few months, I've been doing this morning show almost 3 months now. And that's the whole idea, the 90-day challenge. And look, honestly, the first couple of months were more consistent and than probably this last month has been. I get it. And for some of the reasons that I've said in the past, and there's other stuff, guys, we're all living a life. But anyways, to the point was I have noticed that a lot of news does break around 7. I can't do a show at that time, which would be 10 Eastern. I can't do the show at that time. So I have to do the show either at 6 or potentially this time. But like I said earlier, I actually don't prefer it. So I think I prefer the morning. Anyways, all right. It just takes more discipline than I've been willing to give the past couple of weeks. Have you noticed? Have you guys noticed that I've been struggling with the discipline that this takes to take it to the next level? Is that obvious yet, folks? That it's been harder than I thought the past couple of weeks, but that's okay. We all have our peaks and valleys. I do want to do this. I want to keep it going. And I do need to figure out how to make it a business. So, all right, let's go. Let's keep going through the things, and then we're going to go check it out. I don't really know. Coop scoops the block. That's it. Coop scoops the block. I got to show up on your guys' shows. I need to show up on the next block. I need to show up on Algo Hour. I want to go out there and support the friends. You know what I mean? What's up, Evis? Bear market wrecked me mentally. I just needed to leave for a bit, but doing better than ever. Here to root for you again. Awesome, Dennis. I'm so glad to have you back, man. And I'm glad that you took that time for your mental health, for sure. By the way, Coop, that Thirstober number has my area code. Are you from Savannah, Mr. Joker? Oh, man. That was my guess. So you're sending out the token strictly based on the NFT. So I'm okay. So sexual werewolf. I am. Okay. Look, I've kind of put myself in a position to follow through on this, right? I have an idea that I think is pretty fun. I've been just sending it out willy-nilly. And I'll send it out to as many people as I possibly can. So you just need to add the asset ID to an address and then share that address with me, preferably an NFT, because I love NFTs and it's a little easier to send. And so if you just add the asset ID, then I can send that coin to you. But if you don't have the asset ID added, then I can't send it to you. All right. All right. Planet Watch, reduce massive transaction that algo go up. Strange. Wait. Reduce massive transaction that algo go up. Strange. Then algo goes up? I don't understand. I don't understand what that means. All ears. Cool. All right, guys. Look. Let's go to Maximus's favorite site. Let's have some fun. Let's see what the news is. I mean, I will say before we get into it, doesn't it feel like the entire crypto community is sort of consolidating behind the big boys, Bitcoin and Ethereum? And it's funny because, I always sort of knew that we would do that. And that's why I personally went out looking for what would be the third alternative that could handle, much more, transactions per second and could handle, all of that for larger institutional use cases. And so that birthed my bronze medal party that I had been joking about for so long, because I thought that Algorand was fit for purpose, was fit to do that, was fit to take on these larger scale blockchain projects that couldn't realistically be done on obviously Bitcoin, but on Ethereum. And I just see it playing out and playing out. And it seems like Ethereum maxis are just like, well, look, fees are part of the game, man. That keeps it secure. But doesn't that eliminate one of the major things that I thought that crypto was here for, which was to give access to everybody? So if you don't have a ton of money, there makes no sense for you to participate in DeFi. Now you're going to tell me layer twos. Okay, so now you're just you're layering on all of this complexity and centralization, and then you're going to tell me zero knowledge proofs. And great, like get it going and make it happen fast and cheap. We'll see. We'll see layer twos. But it does seem, and I think that a lot of ETH maxis are trying to be like, oh, all these layer ones are going to die. And I don't think so. I think that my theory of Bitcoin and Ethereum maintaining their position, because so much money and so many has been so distributed, so much money, and so much already people are so in it. That's going to maintain, but there is going to need to be blockchain technology that is secure, doesn't go down, is fast and cheap. So a lot of us are in this camp that, wait, Algorand solves this. And then some of you might be like, well, HBAR solves this. And then a few of you may even be like, well, that's Solana. And then maybe some of you are going to be like, well, no, it needs to be EVM. So it's Avalanche. Or, or you're somebody that's like, well, none of this even matters. You can just have like, app chains. So the answer is Cosmos or the Polkadot ecosystem, parachains. So there's a lot of different things that can happen, folks. But when it comes to Algorand isn't an app chain. It is, it's more like something like HBAR or Solana. And Algorand's never been down, all of these things. So I'm not here to shill Algorand right now, but I am here to say that to me, my theory, my narrative, the thesis is still applies, right? I still think that Algorand can be that thing. Now there's so many damn questions now because we have, what the hell is the SEC going to do? What did they mean? All of this stuff. What is it? Was that actually a move to protect Gary Gensler? Because that is the one chain where he's talked so aggressively about it. So he went after them first. Is it a move to go after them? But then post the period that they mentioned in that, Algorand has actually transformed itself from a security to a commodity or whatever. So it's just, my point is not that I have the answer to that, or I even have an opinion to that, because who knows what they're thinking or what they're doing. My point is that that uncertainty is killing Algorand right now, because why would anybody with a significant amount of money put a ton of money into this when there's so much uncertainty? So that makes it just all very difficult to feel overly bullish right now. So anyways, all right, let's look at CNBC. Let's see what's in the news. And, I don't even have a lot of talking points that I want to talk about. I mean, I'm mainly a lot of talking points I want to talk about. I'm mainly just interested in this idea around Ethereum right now, because it's practically unusable for most people. And most people don't want to figure out how to, do Arbitrum and then go between and then bridge everything and then still be paying all these fees. And it's just like, Jesus, you want to buy ETH. Okay, you buy it and then you have to send it and it costs all this money because of Pepe and whatever else. And it's just like such a cluster. And that's not how mass adoption is going to get. If you want to see what mass adoption should look like, you just go to Algorand DeFi, or frankly, probably Solana or another one that actually can just move along. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox. All right, let's share a screen. Let's share a screen the right way, folks. Let's go to CNBC. Let's check it out. Looks like we're sideways in the markets. That's an interesting. We actually we're getting that kind of we're in that time when the most trading is happening, which is new. Around 9 a.m. my time, I believe, is when the most activity is happening. All right, so the Dow is slightly pushing down. I hate this narrative about the debt ceiling, that the debt ceiling is moving the markets. And I guess it is because they're all playing that game, but they're not going to default. So it's just like such a stupid game that they're playing. We gotta see what they're doing, folks. Crypto, first word in the title, a bunch of poker chips. Oh, thank you. My water cooler just shut up. It's causing me anxiety. I would have turned it off if I recognized it, but there was a loud buzzing happening in my soul. All right. Crypto companies are playing poker with the SEC as the agency cracks down on the industry. All right. Crypto companies have issued bold threats to leave the U.S. Yes, they have. They're playing a game of poker with the SEC, testing the limits of their lobbying power in the hope that they can get it back down. But whether they'll leave or not is debatable. The U.S. is a huge market with over 50 million Americans owning crypto. I'm noticing a lot of, when I was checking things in the morning, I'm noticing a lot of Department of Justice articles towards crypto. So, we'll look at that in a second. I'm sure they'll pop up, but Binance is going to get in trouble with the Department of Justice. Okay. So when is that going to happen? This is a stupid question. All right. Major players are hoping that the SEC and the Washington takes what crypto watchers see as bluffs seriously and soften the hard line that regulators have taken on the industry. Executives at firms, including crypto exchange Coinbase and Ripple, have piled on with comments laying into the SEC and signaling plans to shift businesses overseas in a bid to rally support and send a message to U.S. politicians concerned that the country may miss out on a key technological innovation. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said last week that the SEC was on a lone crusade with its tough actions against certain crypto companies. He added that Chair Gary Gensler had taken an anti-crypto view. Whatever, okay, we've read all this before. We know all this stuff. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, also torn to the SEC this week when asked for his message to Gensler as the company announced an expansion into Dubai. He quipped, "Who?" before later saying Ripple will have spent $200 million defending itself against a lawsuit initiated by the regulator by the time it's over. I find it, as a company that started in the United States and as somebody who is a U.S. citizen, it's sad. I have sadness about this. The U.S. is getting passed, not just by a little, but by a lot. Oh, buddy. The tough thing about this is you have a country that I think has put politics ahead of policy, and that's not a good decision if you're trying to invest in the economy. There you go. Dubai and Europe have proven to be much more favorable markets with their virtual asset regulatory frameworks. The United States is definitely stuck. There you go. The biggest fear of crypto companies is that regulation will cause panic among crypto investors and prices will go down. To look confident, even arrogant, is a common tactic of crypto company CEOs. They think this will translate into investors' confidence, overconfidence in some cases, and will encourage further irrational behavior among investors, hodl, even when markets are falling. Ripple's Garlinghouse has been threatening to move his company's headquarters overseas since 2020. It hasn't happened yet. Coinbase chief, meanwhile, suggested at a London fintech conference in April that the firm would consider options investing more abroad, including relocating from the U.S. to elsewhere if the exchange doesn't get regulatory clarity. A month later, Armstrong said Coinbase is not going to relocate overseas. Okay, I'm not going to read you guys this whole damn article. This is a long one, but you see what they're talking about. Okay, so we all know this stuff. CNBC, we've all been talking about this for a while. All right. Okay, NASDAQ is up almost 0.5%. All right. Oh, they approved Microsoft's $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. There you go. I think that's been in limbo for a long time. I don't know what that means. Fed's Bostic cast out on rate cuts this year, even if there's a recession. And I read this article this morning. Basically, this guy is saying that he sees an additional increase more likely than any sort of rate cut. So Bostic is thinking that there's going to be no rate cutting. All right. Okay. I stayed on there longer than usual. Let's see what Bloomberg has to say. Let's make sure we're on here. Yep, you guys can see we're on Bloomberg, folks. Let's go over here. Debt ceiling talks inch forward ahead of Biden's travel to Asia. Yep, we talked about that. I don't think that that's a real thing. I think that they're going to increase the debt ceiling, and they're all posturing to get, some concessions. And fine, get your concessions, but let's just move on. WeWork co-founder buys a hip clothing brand and starts a senior center. All right, there you go. He's really going for it, isn't he? All right, nothing. The crypto winter costs true believers more than their money. Okay. All right. The CME's Terry Duffy on the big risks he's seen now. All right, we're not going to do this, but that's interesting. I'll probably read this. All right. Enough of that. Now let's go to CoinDesk real quick. Bitcoin's pushing up. It was sitting under 27 for much of the last 3 or 4 days. It's at 27.5. I think 28.5 is when people will start to FOMO in. That will give a lot of people some juice about the uptrend continuing. I think around 28 is over. And Bitcoin's also staying above its 200-week moving average. You can look at that. But that's what do we got? Anything? Don't care about that. Paul Tudor Jones. What do you got, Paul? What you got, Paul? This guy's billionaire hedge fund manager also said lower inflation is also going to be a headwind for crypto. Well, we'll see how that goes. We know, most people know that inflation doesn't just go in one direction. So it may all feel like it's going down, and it is, but all it takes is fuel prices to go through the moon and just a couple of things because we'll get those supply chain issues again or whatever. Hedge fund manager said the Bitcoin has become less attractive thanks to what's become an unfriendly regulatory picture in the US, and what he expects will be lower inflation going forward. Bitcoin has a real problem because in the United States, you have the entire regulatory apparatus against it. I don't really see it that way. For Bitcoin, at least. Jones, who previously lauded Bitcoin's appeal as an inflationary hedge, added that he believes inflation will continue to come down, adding to the less bullish scenario for crypto. Following the events of 2022 coming to a head with the dramatic collapse of FTX, it sounds like Paul Tudor Jones is looking for lower prices. The stuff that we like to say, but it almost does feel that way. The hedge fund manager's comments suggest his sentiment towards Bitcoin has cooled somewhat since saying in 2020 that he could see himself allocating as much as 5% of his assets to Bitcoin in the face of monetary debasement by the Fed. Last October, however, Jones described his allocation to Bitcoin as minor, saying that the cash is the place to be as long as the Fed can be trusted to get a handle on inflation. feel like not everybody is as confident as Paul Tudor Jones is about the Fed's ability to get a handle on inflation. But so far, the signs are that inflation is pushing down. So those 10 interest rate hikes are doing something. This is kind of weird. Bankrupt crypto lender Celsius transfers 75 million of Ether to staking service Figment, which I'm pretty sure Celsius had their own staking service. So it's interesting that they're moving it to a different company. I'm not going to look too deep in that though. Here we go. Bitcoin holds over above 200 week. All right. So enough of that. Check gold real quick and then we'll go to prices. Gold is holding above 2,000. Silver is probably 25. No, it's down a bit. 24. So it's actually down 4% over the last month. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we got the crypto. Let's see where our fear and our greed are at. We're still neutral right there in the beginning. We don't know what to do. We have no idea. We're lightly in the green, in the greed. All right. CoinMarketCap. How's Pepe doing? I haven't heard a lot. I have a little Pepe position in Tiny Man. It looks like it's down 4% over the last, whatever this is, day. All right. So Bitcoin there's very low volume. The volume is super low, 27.5, basically down 1.5% over the last week, up in the last day. Volume is only 13.5 billion, which is low. That's but that's also, the last 24 hours. And the last 24 hours had a lot to do with Sunday. So Mondays usually show a pretty low volume because the weekends are low. Ethereum is also very low volume. Okay. Cardano, 37 cents. Litecoin is up pretty good over the last 24 hours, outperforming everybody else, all of its friends. Up almost 10% in the last week, up 6% in the last day. Polkadot down there in the low fives. Cosmos at 11. Algorand, where are you? Algorand's, okay, it's pushing up. It's almost 17 cents. It's up 1.5%. All right, where are you, Pepe? Stacks is going down. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Does BSV have more volume than Algorand? 49 million. There you go. Number 64. It's up 3% in the last hour, down 5% in the last day, down almost 15% in the last week. But the market cap is staying pretty strong at 669 billion. I mean million, sorry. 669 million. No, 669 billion would be a lot. That'd be bigger. I think that'd be probably bigger than Bitcoin. Volume is 401 million. So that's much higher than everything else for the most part. All right. So there's that. And I don't think that what do we have this week, by the way? I haven't looked. Am I even in the right place? Share this tab instead. Today, I don't think, is there anything? Oh, Bostic. We heard about Bostic. He spoke and he basically said, this is going to get worse. So yeah, I don't actually know if there's anything all that important coming up. A lot of these FOMC members are speaking this week, apparently. So we'll just keep on hearing stuff like that. Building permits. Okay. That's boring. Let's go to the block real quick and see what the block sometimes has different headlines. BlockFi looks to liquidate lending business after unsuccessful sales attempt. BlockFi plans to liquidate its lending platform and distribute funds to creditors, according to a bankruptcy filing. They've sent some patches for those finality issues on Ethereum. Paradigm buys $50 million worth of Coinbase. Cardano, Tron, Sandbox draw interest as investors shy away from Bitcoin. What? Digital asset investment products saw a fourth week of outflows, while 8 altcoin assets saw inflows, including Cardano and Tron. Digital asset investment products saw a fourth consecutive week of outflows, totaling 54 million. That suggests investors are becoming more adventurous. The most notable inflows were to Cardano, Tron, and Sandbox. Binance was the only altcoin to see outflows. Bitcoin and Ether prices were down about 3% for the week. Traditional market indices, including the NASDAQ and S&P, were also lower. Bitcoin saw outflows totaling 38 million, representing 80% of all outflows for the week. When combined with short Bitcoin outflows, they highlight that the recent investor activity has almost solely been focused on the asset. The outflows were focused primarily in Europe, while 84% of the outflows in the US were from investors selling out of short positions. All right, well, that didn't give me really much of anything. I was hoping for some numbers, potentially other projects that were seeing a lot of inflows. Okay. Anything else? Anything else to block? You have anything interesting? We all saw this. The CZ unfollowed Elon Musk, but Binance's $500 million investment in Twitter remains intact. CZ potentially could be, why won't that go away? CZ potentially could be upset that he chose to use eToro rather than Binance, or there's some stuff happening behind the scenes where this 500 million investment in Twitter remains intact, sure, but also remains problematic when Elon has to talk to the Department of Justice. There, finally, went away. All right. Okay, well, that's all that. We'll get through this, and then I'm going to check out Twitter to see how it's going, how everything is going. How's everything going, guys? Does everything feel good? Are you guys still with me? Most pro investors not invested in crypto, but about half consider entrance via ETPs. Survey results come as fund groups seek to launch new Bitcoin-related offerings as well as Ether future ETFs. Okay, So I was like, via ETPs? Okay. 3/4 of professional investors still aren't invested in crypto, but about half said that they are interested in allocating to ETPs focused on the space. An ETP, or an exchange traded product, is a fund structure that allows investors to gain exposure to one asset or a basket of different investable assets, in this case, cryptocurrencies. Gaining exposure to crypto via the fund wrapper is overall more appealing than dealing with digital wallets. The study by Track Insight, with help from fund giants, surveyed 549 professional investors and fund selectors that allocate roughly $900 billion across ETF strategies. Though 75% said they don't have exposure to the sector, 48% said they would consider investing in single token ETPs. Roughly the same amount, 47%, would potentially be interested in investing in ETPs offering exposure to more than one crypto asset. Investing directly in cryptocurrency is less attractive, according to the findings, as 37 report interest there. Roughly 23% of professional investors said they would not consider investing in crypto. We continue to hear anecdotal evidence that many professional investors consider small allocations to cryptocurrency as a non-correlated asset class that makes sense in a portfolio. Considering the recent run-up in Bitcoin prices, there seems to be a growing interest to invest in cryptocurrency via the ETF structure. Though Bitcoin is up about 64% year to date, its price has dropped near roughly 10% in the past month. Byron Lake, head of ETF Solutions, JP Morgan Asset Management, said the ETF vehicle is a great way to access thematic investment strategies and to diversify holdings. Investors' feedback and demand is a main driver of the firm's product development discussions. But since our active engines are currently not focused on crypto, I'd say offering crypto ETFs is not something I see happening in the near future. All right. So, I mean, it seems to be that there's growing interest. And once there's a spot Bitcoin ETF, there's going to be a lot of money flowing into Bitcoin. Let's just be. Coinbase buffs up with big name advisory board. Was that Toomey? A global advisory council that would be made up of several former U.S. lawmakers. Okay, well, who? That is Toomey. He's a former senator. The first members of Coinbase's Global Advisory Council will include Patrick Toomey and Tim Ryan and Sean Patrick Maloney, so a Republican and 2 Democrats. Coinbase told investors that the formation of this council marks a significant step in dealing with regulatory pressures in the U.S. and globally in a statement last Friday, though there was a heavy focus on the U.S. where the crypto exchange is based. We chose to build in America because we want to be part of the solution and believe America would be best served by embracing the potential crypto. All right, we're doing a lot. We're dealing with a lot of regulation stuff today. Sorry, guys. Coinbase's new council will also work closely with members of another Coinbase advisory board, which includes SEC chair, former SEC chair Jay Clayton, and former CIA general counsel. So, I mean, Coinbase has got the people. Let's not worry too much about Coinbase. All right. Let me check on you guys, see if you guys are still here. If you're upset at me for any reason. Let's see. Some of you are still here. All right. So you're sending out the touch based on anyway. Okay. Enough Coop stuff. What are you guys excited about? KuCoin has a Litecoin mining promotion. Huh? Just in time, Robbie. You made it. Hey, all. Had a meeting. Miss anything good? You did. You're just in time, buddy. We worked. I think that the guys are plotting to scam seniors. Great. For those government checks, you can buy a lot. Did you guys see that Netflix movie? What was it? About it was a girl and she was scamming. It was a decent movie. I forget the name of it. You can buy a lot of algos with those checks. Correct. Not that anyone in their right mind would. God. USA trying to keep the price cheap so they can pump after June lawsuit closing and they can officially sell all that Bitcoin. Then they'll buy the dip and double what they have now. Oh boy. KuCoin has an LTC mining promotion I saw this morning. Opulus says, oh, I didn't look at Vestige. I'll look at Vestige. We got to look at Vestige. Feels like the old LimeWire with life gives you lemons. You know how it goes. The block is hot. The block is hot. Let's look at Vestige real quick, and then we'll go to Twitter. All right. So Pepe's down 10% over here. Opulus, like was just stated, is up 6. So it's up over 14 cents. Bounced off of that low right there. DFly, here we go. Pepe is up a little bit over the last, 20 or last hour, but the last 24 hours is down 10%. The TVL is, let's look, where's all the TVL? I should be checking this more often. Pepe Algo is low. It's at 57,000. That's lower than before. Pepe Go ETH 15,000. Pepe Go USD 10,000. Pepe Finite 8,000. But here you go. This is where trading needs to happen for Pepe. If you're not going to use an aggregator, that's the deepest liquidity. We had this liquidity way higher before. So what's going on, guys? Why are you guys ditching? Because people might be ditching the liquidity because they think that Pepe is about to moon too. So they want to stay on the sidelines to catch those gains off the raw Pepe. You know what I mean? But then there was a green candle right there, and then it starts to go down. All right. Could be worse. Could be worse. How is actually, you know what I haven't checked in a while? I haven't been thinking about it. Let's look at this. So, Ethereum. Oh, I have this so zoomed in, you can't even see it. It's annoying. But you can see right here, we got Ethereum. It's got the biggest piece of the pie, 57%. Tron is second with 11. And BSC, Binance Smart Chain, is at 10. And then you got the layer 2s, all basically leading the way. Arbitrum, Polygon, and Optimism. EVM chain, Avalanche. So this is all very EVM dominant, really. But let's see. So where's Algorand? Solana is at number 11. Algorand still in the top 20. 125 TVL. AlgoFi still has a 66% dominance, which is intense. AlgoFi's got 83 million. Folks Finance, I guess 56. Packed. Okay. Meld Gold. All right. So Algorand's doing okay. TVL is still pretty good. And I'm sure this looks better if I switch something, but I don't really know. No, I didn't mean to do that. That's not what we want. This isn't what we want, folks. No. Where the hell is it? Let's just go over here. Okay. All right. Let's go to Twitter. What's going on Twitter? Other than a million different transactions that I need to do. Let's hang out here on Twitter. Let's make sure you guys are seeing it. Here we go. Let's make sure I'm not sharing any DMs. I'm not. Look at me. It's all good. I want to sell a Pepe piece for Pepe. Okay, you do that. How much Pepe is enough? See, this is what my feed is all day. How much Pepe is enough, Pepe? PP? Asking for a PP friend. GM, you don't have to pay. What if I just read my timeline to you guys? GM, you don't have to pick between NFTs and meme coins. Both can coexist and support each other. Both require a community to make it grow, whether that is price, size of community, or presence. Pretty good. All right. Could you imagine paying 100%? Okay, guys, I'm not going to really do this. Credit where credit is due. Out of the top 50 cryptocurrencies by market cap, 12 have implemented on-chain governance. DOT, Atom, Uniswap, Ton, ICP, Lido, Apt, Algo, FTM, Aave, and EOS. Congratulations. The future is now. Adopt governance to support decentralization. Yeah. All right. What's trending? Let's look at what's trending. Kate Coin? Who's that? Who's Kate? Kate Coin? Little cute little thing. Competition. It's going to be harder to take down Kate than Chad. Maybe I'm going to leave Kate alone. The Lord Jesus Christ is trending. Alibaba's trending. Savannah James is trending. H-bar, what's going on? Why is H-bar? It's not a lot, but did something happen for old HEB? Like Algorand transactions and Planet Watch, H-bar has like some coupon thing. Do they still have the coupon thing doing all their transactions? They got a coupon thing. So, all right. Nothing interesting though. All right. What is our buddy CZ saying? I just don't see anything interesting. Rising tide lifts all boats. Binance is banking big on M&A and VC deals. All right. Pizza day. Nothing. All right, guys, I'm going to come back. If there's nothing, I'll scroll through this really quick. John Woods went on Frugal Show. It's cool. Check that out. Art by Felix. This is pretty cool art. I like it. Rocket coming out of an Algorand eyeball. This whole Ben thing is crazy. $7 million sent to Ben.eth for pre-sale. What happens next? This is his psyop. This guy like really exploded on the scene. Ben, whatever, .eth. And now he's very rich. There we got a Pepe, a lot of Pepe and a rocket. All right. Community strong. Nothing, huh? The Ethereum Foundation is very corrupt. Not only are they in bed with the SEC, but they have deep ties with the crypto cartel rigging the markets. It's not a coincidence that they dumped most of their holdings on the exact days the markets topped. It's absolutely finite. What needs to be put in context here is that ETH supply is not finite, like Algo, ADA, XRP, to name some. For ETH maxis, burning tokens means nothing, and it's smoke and mirrors tactic for plebs. I strongly advise all to do your own research. Reality is that ETH supply is only going up. Is Algo supply finite? Maybe falsely, but I thought I remember hearing someone from an official Algorand position state that is not technically true. It's absolutely finite. There you go. Okay. Sorry, I was hoping to run into something. Somebody won the Pepe friend. Pulled this Pepe friend in the Mostly Friend quest today, worth 10 million Pepe. That's funny. It'd be hard to almost want to keep it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's escalating, folks. All right. Okay. Well, we're not getting... I'm just getting a repeat. You guys can all rest peacefully now. Rumors that I had a heart attack are completely false. I'm alive and healthy. So, any of you that were concerned... Many existing relationships, but not the biggest concern. Uniswap provides. Any plan to list with sexes? Not going to lie, I'm getting more and more interested every day. All right. So Prim's in. Prim is in with Ben.eth. How are you guys feeling about BitBoy? You guys excited about what he's doing? Argentina's central bank just hiked interest rates to 97%. I don't know if that's true or not. All right. Cool. Shitty raffles, packed. Guard, Blaze, what's going on? Thank you to Yieldling and the Loondies for my best loot pool yet. I won the golden ticket in that one. What do I get? Some poof? Feels good, man. All right, done. Is anybody still there? You guys still here? Cool. All right, guys. Anything else? Do we have a leverage? Dap in the makings, BitBoy shilling. Okay, let's get rid of this for sure. The fuck out of Ben. To me, that's partly why I've been doing the Coop coin thing, is that I find it like so ridiculous. Like, he literally, to be honest, like he came out and it was like, look, I'm fighting for this industry. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm no longer making sponsored videos. And it's just like, look, this is what we were all doing. I was part of a thing, but now I want to clean up my act and be a more serious player and be able to usher in this next era of crypto. And great, sounds good. He has a massive following, so he can sway people in a certain direction. But this whole thing that has happened to him now, where he's just like, okay, meme coins, and which is fine. Like, look, I've also participated in some of the fun of Pepe, but it just, to me, Ben coin and him kind of aggressively shilling it and taking it over and stuff like that just seemed ripe to be made fun of. And then you start to see Chad coin, and now we have Kate coin. It's just a whole bunch of hysterical craziness. And that's why KoopCoin is going to provide you guys with everything that you need for the rest of your life, because it's going to be built with integrity and electricity. Problem with KoopCoin is liquidity is too low to sufficiently create dual pools. Yeah, no, there's no liquidity. Why? I already tried creating a Tacos Coop pool. Tiny Man didn't allow it. Liquidity is too low for Coop. Not enough has been distributed. That's true. 80% of the taco coin has been distributed. That's awesome. Get the Coop liquidity up. I can help distribute to people who opted in, but I haven't got one for me yet. LOL. Mr. Joker, you're about to get one. And I'll take you up on that. But I'll send you 11, Mr. Joker. But I need you to hand out 10 of those to people that don't have it, if you're down. All right. What's up with LimeWire not actually being on Algorand? That's been, I don't know how closely you guys have been following me for the past year and a half, but I remember being, I believe it was Denver. It might have been during ETH Denver, and LimeWire, just everything wasn't on Algorand. It's just, they're launching the token on Ethereum and they're doing this. And then it was like, It's so bad that they just announced something recently and they weren't even going to use algo as a currency to be able to buy their token. And they had all these other tokens that you could. And then people called them out. And then John Woods came in to save the day again and be like, well, we can help you with that really fast if you want. And then the next day they tweeted that they could do it. And then I think they realized, oh, we can do this with anything. So then they started supporting Pepe. Yeah, I don't. LimeWire, all of these. LimeWire is Napster. I know Napster is is partially owned by HiveMind and Algorand Inc. So you would think that they're going to use that, but I don't know, folks. It seems like the signs that I've read is that the Napster token will also be Ethereum. So look, I guess the business model that we're seeing here is that when it comes to a token, everybody is under the impression if you want any liquidity, it has to be on Ethereum. And then they want, hopefully, to leverage the technology of Algorand where that can, be the base for their NFTs and their and those types of things. But the actual token has to be Ethereum to them because they need that liquidity, which the liquidity in Algorand is struggling right now, even with all of those incentives. All right, guys. Well, look, it's not on DeFi. Liquidity is too low. So they took it off. I mean, I know that we were having a lot of fun this weekend with Coop Coin and people showing their DeFi wallet and saying, this is, I think at one point DeFi was showing one Coop over 100,000, which is fun. That gives me all the, all the joking that gives me all the ammo for it. But look, folks, I'm not going to actually give anything away. I'm not going to start talking about what I may or may not do with Coop Coin. But and is it a big deal? Maybe not, actually. But if it is, maybe it is. Who knows? I don't know. But I do know that I have an idea and I'm enjoying the kind of the Coop Coin dev character arc. So I'll continue with the Coop Coin dev. If you haven't watched those videos, go to my Twitter profile. And I think there's 4 of them now. He got arrested yesterday in Mexico. I mean, yesterday's video cracked me up. I thought I was funny. When I told everybody to localize their crime, I thought that was so funny. And I don't guess you guys don't think. Hey, look, not all the time. There's often times where I think something that I do is so funny. And then everyone's like, no, that's not funny. And then it's like something that I didn't even think was funny. People are like, oh, that was funny. It's like, okay, fine. But that PSA of localizing crime, I thought it was funny. All right, cool. Can't win if you don't play. Which was funny. Thank you, Mort. Thank you. Damn it. Some confirmation. Is there anything else you guys like to talk about before I go? What do you think? I should just do this. I should just wake up at 4:30 tomorrow, right? I've already ripped the audio. Okay, good. All right. So I was thinking that I was going to do 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then finish the 90-day challenge at 6 a.m. Thursday and Friday. But if it's all the same, you know what I mean? Maybe I should just get back to our time. You guys like it better in the morning anyways, right? Oh. All right, fine. You guys got me. You guys want to read this with me? And I wanted to show that too. Before I look at the foundation report, because by the way, we have some friends of the show, right? There's friends of the show. Cool Down Gaming Guild is one of them. Let's make sure you guys can see this though. Nope. Beautiful. Cool Down Gaming Guild is a friend of the show and they break it down for us. And I think that they just had an update. So let's just look at this real quick. Just real quick. Gaming on Algorand is fantastic. Gucci Land. I don't know what Gucci Land is. Gucci Land, an upcoming strategic turn-based PvPe is back with a new development diary update. Gucci Land. What's going on here, guys? You guys know? Shello, Algo fam. It's time for a new exciting dev diary. All right. Fractal Monsters, they're getting close to a mobile game, right? Captivating monster taming game is all set to entice more users with this latest updates. They have unveiled the new Web 2 monsters. This is a major step towards simplifying the onboarding process for new users. Oh, yeah. So they're going to do where you can try it out. That's cool. Age Your Tactics, the highly anticipated competitive digital card game, has some exciting news for the community. They've been minting a variety of new assets that will add more depth and strategic options to their upcoming game. So that game is getting more nuanced and complicated and deeper. Beautiful art, awesome people behind it. Cosmic Champs, we want to know about recent game developments. We've just dropped a new blog post and hot intel about what's coming next. We've got a surprise NFT gift for CosG holders. Happy Humans. Pretty cool. I don't know what that is. Zabava Labs. Don't know. Crypt Central. Awesome. Anyways, if you guys have any interest in Web3 gaming and specifically on Algorand, Cooldown Gaming Guild is your place to go. You also have Algogator is a friend of the show. I believe very soon that they're going to be selling their Algogator alligators that give you all the things that you need, folks. Give you all of the things that you need. It gives you a lifetime membership for that wallet, is what it does. All right, cool. Now let's look at this foundation report. I know people want that. People have been talking about where is that. Now, I don't even know. Maybe you guys can help with some of what matters. Our latest transparency report is now available. There are a few key improvements you'll notice this time around. Let's hear these improvements first. Can you guys see this? Improvements to our reporting, a thread. New authorship. The Foundation's transparent reports will now be coordinated by and produced out of the office of our new CFO, Harpal Singh. I didn't know they had a new CFO. Approach. They will now give much greater line-by-line insight into our resource allocation over the applicable time period. More frequent cadence. This report covers the last 6 months, from October to March, but from now on it will be produced quarterly instead of semi-annually. The next report will be released for the period ending June 30th, 2023. Increased scoped and detailed. We provide commentary around the notable activities and achievements during the period. We also include a summary of loans granted and repaid outstanding during the period. If you have any questions, you can reach out. All right, so let's see. Okay, this is probably, okay. I joined the foundation in October of 2022, starting my career at PricewaterhouseCoopers, and then worked for the past 10 plus years in traditional finance, particularly in the asset management sector. I am pleased to report that starting with this edition, the Foundation's transparency reports will now be coordinated by and produced out of my office rather than the office of the chief economist, as was done before I arrived. Throughout its history, the Foundation presents estimates of long-term algo dynamics. Now, obviously, you guys are going to want to read this closer if you're really into this. Algorand Ventures will also shortly publish its first annual report, disclosing all grants given to projects from inception. So work in progress, he says. Foundation holdings and reconciliation. This transparency report covers a period of this. The breakdown that follows provides an explanation of both algo and USD spending during the period. Okay. Foundation holdings and algo. You know, guys, I might actually, this isn't going to be great right now because this is so long. So we're not going to do this at the end of the show. You guys read it. I'm going to give this a read today and I'll talk about it in the morning. That's what we're going to do. But the news is that it's out. It seems like they're putting more and more transparency into it. And the new CFO is kind of taking it upon himself to kind of revolutionize this. But in the end, like, I'm not going to do anybody any. Completed investments into 17 early stage projects for a total amount of 350,000 USD via the Accelerate and Axel Venture programs. Approved direct investments into 5 projects for a combined allocation of 500,000 USD and approximately 13 million algo, Lofty, Planet Watch, Rand Labs, and PacFi and Payments Studios. Invested 37.5 algo into an externally managed VC fund overseen by Borderless Capital to ensure continued backing of Algorand projects for the next 3 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. 2 loans to Algorand Inc. totaling 125 million algo, which were paid in full. Okay, so Algorand Inc. has paid back their loans. 11.5 algo repayment of a 50 million algo loan to Astronaut. What is Astronaut? Algo Kit. Binance International completing the integration of USDCA, thereby allowing millions of Binance customers to deposit, withdraw USDC directly onto the Algorand network. Completion of OnRamp.money access, which supports our India strategy by providing a route for purchasing and selling algo directly using India's real-time payment network, UPI. We supported the development of key infrastructure projects for builders in the ecosystem to leverage, including Unity SDK for gaming, an on-chain voting tool, which is now being implemented for DAOs and governance, NFT mass minting tool, and a MetaMask Snaps integration. Okay. Let's read India and then we're going to stop. In Q1 2023, we launched Algo Bharat, our strategic initiative for India with a mission to onboard and train developers for the Algorand platform, partner with established institutions and incubate companies that foster growth of the Algorand startup ecosystem. In March, we ran our first Algo Hack House, a 3-day event in Hyderabad, attracting over 400 attendees and 45 plus teams pitching solutions in our pitch competition. We announced key partnerships with the state of Telangana and T-Hub and joined as a technical partner with Self-Employed Women's Association for Climate Resilience Fund. We partnered with the Confederation of Indian Industry to run their first blockchain masterclass series focusing on supply chain transformation. We announced our faculty development programs with 2 large universities in India that will take place in June and ran intro to blockchain seminars at 14 universities across the country. This is one of the most exciting things happening for Algorand, is honestly this India initiative. All right. I'm going to read this closer, like I said, and I'll talk about this in the morning. All right, guys, got a meme coin idea. Kurt's got an idea. You guys tell him, give him his feedback. You made it to the live show. Awesome, Chris. I thought it was quarterly. It just didn't show up. It's going to be, I guess it was semi-annually. It was the original idea. There's an AlgoGator Ghetto Blaster and a shuffle that went live this morning. All Algorand ecosystem themed boomboxes. Awesome. No Bork Bork from HMY. Uh-oh, there's a point. Yep, there you go, Gov. Gov announced that. What did anybody... I just kind of blazed through that like in the 2 seconds. Has anybody looked at that close enough, the transparency report? Is there anything that you guys are concerned about? I slid in the DMs, Coop. Awesome. Mr. Joker, you're in. Was another thing. That last video where I gave a shout out to all the moms. All right. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate it. At least we all know that I crack myself up. And thanks for showing up for the late show. I don't want to do this time thing too much because it's obvious. It's an obvious thing where you confuse people and they don't know when to show up. And now I'm sort of regretting pushing this later. I think it's just an inconvenience and all of that stuff for my house. So it looks like old Koopy Old Koopy Pants is going to be waking up at 4:30 in the morning. So I'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. I've made the decision. It took me all day. I was going to take a couple of days and try to do it at 9 and see how it worked out. It's fine, folks. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, regular time. Let's finish this last 4 days of the 90-day challenge with a bang. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it every day this week. And I'll do it for the rest of the week at 9 a.m. Eastern. I appreciate you guys. The early bird does indeed get the worm. All right, guys, let's see how the rest of the day goes out.